Hello everyone, Blake here, and today I'm bringing you another Let's Max video. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my stats, compare them. I'm going to put a screenshot of the last stats I had right here versus the new stats here. I'm also going to have them over here just in case you want to look at them. You can compare them. I'll also put the total experience then and now on screen. Alright, and now I'm going to show you my bank. My bank's upgraded a little bit because I've been doing a lot of Caliphate King, a lot of God Wars Dungeon, a lot of, actually I've done a bit of Nex and Dagon of the Kings as well. So here we go into the bank. Now I did organize it a little bit since the last video, but you know, it's not going to look the best. The first tab is probably the sloppiest one by far. Anyway, the first tab, I've still got my Lava Battle Staff. That's what I got my first 99 with, my 99 Mage. And then I've got my junk. I've got 2 U seedlings I have yet to plant. Let's see. Junk. These are actually discontinued. I figured that out after I went to Shantae Pass, and I looked at the shop to see if he still had them there, and they don't. And there's no way you can get them anymore. So these are going to be in my bank from now until whenever. Okay, I got 10 Castle Wars gold tickets. I still got 44 Fist of Gothics tokens, 60,000 Toggle, Ectoplasma, so I can actually put that in. Let's see which one. This one. Okay. I've got my books. Got an aura that needs to be here. Like I said, it's not perfect yet. Okay, I can do that now. Got my Ancient Ceremonial for next. Yeah, okay, now go on to the potion tab. See, I've got 240 superstores, about 2. Alright, so this is my skilling tab. Right here is 99 fletching, okay? As you can see, I'm 91 right now. Here's 99, okay? And here is, 84 about rune crafting. Yes, I'm crafting natures. Everybody's gonna call me crazy. Why you know rune spin? Because I'm old fashioned. I like to run natures. As you can see, I've got my pouches here. 2 of them are degraded. I did run. And here's my loot tab. It's grown a little bit since last video. What actually happened was I sold my loot tab from the last video because I was a little low on GP at the time to buy the gear that I wanted, but now it's building up again from some slaying and bossing, etc. And anyway, I've got 750 infernal ashes, almost 500 dragon bones, and then some free crafting experience here. Here is my just random like bonus XP clothing tab. Alright, down to the next tab, which is my summoning and slayer-ish. I've got all my masks from the Squeal of Fortune here. I've got quite a few of them, actually. Most of them low level, except for the Mask of Vines, the Green Worm, and the well, I'd still say that's a low level. Yeah, jellies. I actually had 700,000 spirit shards that I spent almost 20 mil on, and I used them all. As you can see, I'm 88 summoning, so, and I used up every single one of my charms, including my greens, to get to 88 summoning. And as you can see, I've still got the pouches here. Yeah, I used 5,000 pouches and I had to buy 5,000 more, and that's how far I got into them. Spirit Kayats, I was using those for summoning, that's right. Portents, I don't know where those came from. They need to be in here. This I was using for summoning. I was making Moss Titans. This I was making unicorns. And then my Pharaoh rings, and my Explorer's ring, and my Ring of Slaying. And this is just a random tab that I had here. I don't know. I guess it was my extras tab, I guess. And now for the most impressive tab in the world, my combat tab. Alright, so first off, we got my capes. I got my fire cape back, which is pretty cool. I only did the fire cape once. It was way back in the day. I didn't think I could do it again, but I pulled it off. He got lucky. I was running a Sign of Life. He got lucky. I slipped a prayer once, and he one-hit me, brought my Sign of Life, brought me back, and then I finished him off. Which, I'm thankful I brought that Sign of Life. If you go into the JAD and you've never done before, I recommend bringing a Sign of Life just to make sure. And then I've got a Cloak of Seasons. I had 2 of them, but I sold one of them. I got one of them from the Squeal of Fortune. Then I got another one from the Fallen Leaves, stuff like that. I got my Alvis Accumulators, my Tortoises, my Unicorns. I got a lot of those, and Healing Scrolls. Got some food. Most of my ores. There's all my ores now, including the new Enlightenment, which I'll have to make a video covering that because it's a pretty cool little aura. It really is. I love it. I got 219k fire runes, 198k air runes, almost 25k blood runes. I was using those when I was cannoning Dagoneths. I'm actually going to start gathering charms for 96 summoning, maybe 99, I'm not sure yet. So I've got my ammos, almost 20,000 cannonballs. I'm going to need to buy a lot more of those, but that's no problem. I've got my Cerdome and Zamrock arrows for when I don't have a ancient item to protect me from all the gods. I would just wear an arrow. I got my royal bolts, my sign of item protection. This has been amazing. It's like when I'm using full Torva and my Drygors, and I don't want something to degrade, I can only protect 4 items, I believe. With that, but with the sign of item protection, I can protect 5, which is good because I can keep all of my items from degrading. I've got my Phoenix necklaces. I've got my my Warbands kits in here, so which involves my Phoenix necklaces, my Royal, and my Ganodermic boots, and my Cooler Romancer's gloves. Okay, now moving on. I've got 2 Furies, 1 for a placeholder. They're just so cheap right now. I mean, they really are. I'm hoping that they'll go up whenever Legacy comes out. Everybody starts PKing and stuff. I can see them going up to about, I don't know, 3 or 4 mil. I'll make a couple mil off it. I don't know. Got my Stream for when I'm mage DPS and my Tectonic, my Virtus wand and book. I've got my Ring of Kinship and Tokelzo and an old crystal bow. I don't really know what to do with it. I mean, it's just sitting in my bank. Thinking about cleaning this Polypore staff because I haven't touched it in ages. I cleaned the other one that had about, I don't know, 400 charges left on it or something. I cleaned it and sold the actual Polypore stick. Then dropped I dropped them, because they're only worth 2 GP each nowadays. Then I got my old Staff of Light, my trusty old Staff of Light that I used back when they were a mil a piece. I bought this thing, and it's been sitting in my bank ever since. This thing has been amazing to me. Before I was bossing and stuff, I used this constantly for Slayer, and it was pretty cool. Then I got my Virtus wand and book over here. And I got an offhand Drygor rapier and a Drygor mace. The reason I went for the Drygor mace is because of the 9 prayer bonus, which I'm pointing at the screen right now. You can't see what I'm doing at all. Went for the 9 prayer bonus, and then this just for the damage boost. I know that the Drygor mace doesn't match up to regular Drygor, like this longsword or the rapier, but it does have the 9 prayer bonus, which is nice whenever you're QBDing or something you want to reserve prayer. I got the Guthan's War Spear. I bought the Guthans solely for Hellhound's tasks, so I can just AFK them instead of wasting prayer potions and using Soul Split and degrading my Drygors. I can just degrade Guthans, and it costs like 2 mil to repair the whole set from 0. So, which isn't too bad. My Lunar Staff, I have not finished Fairy Tail Part 3, nor have I finished Part 2. I've just started Part 2 just for the Fairy Rings, and that's as far as I've gotten in that quest line, which I'm going to be finishing that pretty soon because I want to do ROTM. Got my Royal Crossbow. This thing's trusty, but I'm thinking about buying some Ascensions here pretty soon, so I can have high-level weapons and all of them. I still need to get a Seismic Wand. There we go. Seismic Wand and a Singularity. I'm thinking about actually buying a Singularity now, upgrading to it, but I want to let it crash just a little bit more because they are really expensive right now. Like, really expensive. And this is it. Okay, now I've got my helmets, my War Priest of Armadillo helm, my helm of Nitzots for the warbands. There we go, warbands. I was told that I should have gotten a Dragon Med helm for warbands, but I mean it's not too much of a difference. Plus it has 3 prayer bonus. I don't know how the prayer bonus is on that. Then I've got a War Priest of Armadillo helm, Sea Singer's hood, my Tectonic mask, which is really amazing. I love Tectonic. I wouldn't do anything maging without it unless I'm slayering, of course, which then I use my just subjugation. My Guthan's helm, my Slayer, reinforced Slayer helm is about to be upgraded to the, I forget what they call it, but it's tier 3 Slayer helm, which is going to be pretty nice. Those bonuses are going to be pretty good. Lucky Armadillo helm, I actually got that, and the Lucky Gown of Subjugation. Now, I didn't know that you'd automatically lose them if you died with them, so I kind of just kept them. I may actually move those to my bonus tab just to have. And continuing, I've got my Guthan's plate body and Bando's chest plate, my Tectonic top, Sea Singers, and then I've got Armadillo, Subjugation, Bando's Tacits, World Sea Singers, Tectonic, and then Bando's Greaves. I got this on a Bando's trip solo, I think day before yesterday, and I need to get a freaking War Priest body. My Guthan's chain skirt, Armadillo chain skirt, my Glacior boot set. There we go, Glacior. And then I got my War Priest boots, Calendarmancer gloves, junk. Got my cannon. I need to upgrade this to a Royal Cannon. I can almost afford it. A Bone Crusher and Charming Imp, 2.5k in magic note paper, and coins. And I will be right back with your price check. Alright guys, so I decided to try out the wealth evaluator. I don't know how accurate it is. It seems accurate enough because I tested it out and I looked at my bank and it bank pin 1 second. Alright, I tested it out and then I looked at my bank and it seemed just about right. According to the wealth evaluator, my bank is worth 746 mil total, plus 99k in the Dragon Keepsake box. Now that includes untradeable potions, skill capes, stuff like that. So overall, if I could clear my bank and turn it into cash, I would have 746 mil. I believe that's quite an improvement from the last one. I'm not sure what the last price check was, about a week and a half ago, but I know this is an improvement because I've still got 300 mil cash in my bank. Anyway guys, I think that's going to conclude this Let's Max video. If you want to see a new series or something, I've been debating doing a from scratch series of a sort, or if you just want to see this continue on until I get a Maxscape, then just let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.